Okay, so today, right? Last week we talked about probability, um, especially starting out with simple probability and figuring out how do you find the probability of just basic events occurring, like rolling a 3 on a die, um, drawing a 5 of hearts out of a playing card deck, and things like that, right? And then from there we moved on that and we said, okay, what predictions can we make from these probabilities, um, and saying like, what, um, sorry, yeah, of looking at theoretical versus experimental, right? We said that theoretically, flipping heads on a coin is 50-50 chance, right? You have a 50% chance of flipping a heads on a coin each time you flip it. But your experimental probability could look different. Like if you flipped a coin 10 times and you got heads, tails, heads, tails, then your experimental probability is going to show that flipping a heads seems to be higher, right? So it's not an exact science. There is some discrepancies. Excuse me. So there will be some discrepancies, which means like differences. And then the last thing we kind of left off with was there's some things that can only be theoretical, aka we can't actually do them because it's not possible. And then there's also the possibility of things being only experimental. For example, we had you guys, kind of shooting baskets the other day, right? Shooting paper in a basket or doing an actual basketball. And we found out our experimental probability of making your next basketball shot, right? We could get that, but there's no way to have a theoretical probability for your basketball throw, because it's not that finite. It's not that calculated, right? You are a moving person. You might concentrate a little bit harder one time. You might jump a little bit higher. There's so many variables that you can have an experimental probability, but there's no theoretical probability. Okay. So anyway, we talked about these different types of probabilities and how we can use that to make predictions. So, sorry, I wanted to make sure I got everyone in here. Great. So we're going to do this knockout review game. Okay, and so in order to play, you need to open the Google Draw activity, and this is how you will record your answers to each question, as well as keep track of your points. Okay, so the file is again on that first post in Google Classroom. So if you haven't gotten that file yet, go ahead and go there and click download. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. So here I am on classroom, third period. It's just a link that says today's class, right? And then, oh, look, a PDF. So I would click on that, download it. I'm sure there's, let's see. I click open a new window. Okay, but basically you need to download this, get this file on your screen. Okay, and then that way you'll be able to fill in correct answers and points. Okay, so everybody needs to have this sheet up and open this to where you can write on this. Okay, so I'll get off your screen for a sec. That way we can all make sure we've got that. So I'll give you guys about a minute or so if you don't already have the PDF up. Okay. Has everybody got it? Good. Okay. So I'm going to have you guys be split up into sorry, I lost you guys. Okay. I'm going to have you guys split up into 2 teams. And those 2 teams are going to be duking it out, battling it out to see which can get the most points. So I'm going to, and on each problem, guys, you guys can get the correct answer in case the other team misses their question. Okay. How do you make a copy? I will show you right here. So if you can see my screen here, if I wanted to, let's see. Uh-oh. If I wanted to make a copy of a slides or something, then, or let's say, I mean, all Google files are the same. So you can click up here, like let's say I wanted to make a copy of this Sheets. I would click File, make a copy, and then right here I would change the name if I want to Mr. E's copy of, or something like that. And then you can change where you save it to. You can save it to my drive or something like that. You can keep going back. My drive, select. Okay, and then when you click OK, it'll change the name up here and it'll be on your file. Alrighty, so yes, this is someone else's question here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share this slideshow, but I'm going to make 2 teams here real quick. All right, so I'm just going to go every other person here. So I'm going to say Abigail, Callan, Gabriel, Jonathan, and Candace and Pablo. You guys are all going to be team 1. Team 1. I put that in the chat. Okay, so that means that team 2 is going to be Cadence, Diego, Jocelyn, Messi, Nikolai, and Preston. Okay, this is team 2. I put that in the chat. All right, so those are our 2 teams. For right now, we'll just all stay in the same chat, so it's easier. So basically, when I ask a certain question, we'll go back and forth. Team 1 will get the first opportunity to answer. If they miss it, then the other team will get an opportunity to answer. Okay. So, all right. Thanks, Gabriel. Okay. So here is. Sorry, I got a lot of tabs open. My donut thing won't work. If you want, you can use a piece of paper. If you have a piece of paper with you. And yeah, and then we'll worry about transferring it if you need to later or something. Okay, so share screen. Boom. Alrighty. Okay, so simple probability knockout game. All right, so the first team, you, sorry, trying to make sure. Okay. All right, the first team, you're going to choose one of these donut shapes. You can just type in the chat which one you want to choose, and that'll correlate to which question you get. So go ahead in the chat. Team 1 gets to start the ball rolling first. Okay, I got to vote for the milk. All right, let's do it. All right, so here's your question, Team 1. You pick a marble from this set of marbles out of a bag 75 times. So you've got a red, a black, and a yellow marble. You pick a marble out of this bag 75 times and putting it back each time. How many times can you expect to pick a black or yellow marble? What do you guys think? So I'll give you guys about a minute. How many times can you expect to pick a black or yellow marble if you do 75 draws? And I'll give you guys a refresher hint. It deals with finding the probability of it happening one time, right? And then having that repeated 75 times. That's as close as I can go without giving it away. Okay. If you think you've got it, go ahead and answer in the chat. Team 1. Put your answer there. And then Team 2, be ready to answer the same question. If they miss it, then you guys have an opportunity to steal the points. All right. Say about 10 seconds. Wait. Team 1, did you guys come up with an answer? All righty then. Team 2, it's your chance. If you're on Team 2, you guys have an answer that you think. All right, I've got Preston that thinks 50. All right, and let's check it out. So you can still see my screen, right? Okay. So the probability of getting a black or a yellow marble, that's 2 out of the 3 choices, right? So I would say 2 out of 3, 2 divided by 3. That's a 66% chance of happening, or a little bit just over. And then I'm going to multiply that by however many experiments I do. So I have 75 draws, so I'm going to multiply by 75. And so I have 50 out of 75 draws, about 50 of those should be yellow or black. Great job, Preston. And that is going to be, which team are you on there? On team 2, right? All right. So team 2, you guys get the points for this first one. That is, where did my slideshow go? Wait, I believe it was 500. So good job there. I want to make sure I've got the right points for you. I'm not sure why this thing keeps closing. Thanks for your patience. Okay, so yeah, 5,000 points for team 2. You can, yeah, you can expect to pick black or yellow marble 50 times. That was our answer. All right. So now, team 2, you guys get to choose out of these 3 choices. You're gonna go with the donuts, the milk bottle, or the donut. Go ahead and put in the chat what you think, team 2. See what I think. Box of donuts, box of donuts. All right, let's do it. Okay, so. All right, I'm not sure why that one is. So let's hold up on that for now, but let's do box of donuts. All right. And let's say you got a 100-point question on the line. All right, team 2 gets the first stab at it. Team 1, be ready, because if they get it wrong, you get a chance. If you randomly draw 1 card from these 5 cards, what is the probability you will draw a heart or a diamond? So if you have these 5 cards, what is the probability you will draw a heart or diamond if you draw 1 card? Okay, I got one person saying 60. We get a couple of other responses from team 2. Okay, we'll say about 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, so I've got, sorry. So I got 60% for Preston. Eunice and Diego said 63/5. All right, so let's check it out. We've got probability to draw a heart or a diamond. So we've got 1 heart, 2 hearts, and a diamond. So that's 3 cards that work, right? 3 that'll work out of the total 5. So that's 3 divided by 5, like Eunice said, or 0.6, right? 60%. So good job there. Correct points there. So that should be 100 points for team 2. You have a 3 out of 5 chance of drawing a heart or a diamond. All right. I'm going to click go back. All right. Next team, team 1, back in your court. Which donut are you guys going to go for? Put your choice in the chat. So team 1, choose a donut. Which question do you think you want? Which donut do you think looks the most tasty? If I had these donuts, I'd probably eat all of them, but you should choose one. All right, the white one, nice. Okay. Oops. All right, let's give it a go. All right, 500 points. If you are randomly selecting these marbles, what are the chances you will select one that is clear or purple? So I'll say that again. If you are randomly selecting these marbles, what are the chances you will select one that is clear or purple? So it doesn't say anything about drawing it multiple times. So we're assuming that it's just one draw.
So do you mean by clear like fully clear or clear like
Um, I would just say, I would say the ones that are mostly clear. Like they have a white edge. You know, if you've seen those marbles where it's like clearish and it's got the little like color in the middle, that's what these are supposed to be. Okay, so purple or clearish with a color in the middle. Not a different solid color. Yes, Gabriel, if you need to unmute for a sec to answer a question, you can. I've got.
Yeah. What about the last one? Because it's like it's a pink on top and yellow on the bottom. Do we do that the same for the other one?
For which one are you talking about?
The last one that's pink on the top and yellow on the bottom.
Oh, you're talking about this. That's not. It's not see-through, right? It's not clearish. Whereas, like this one could be clearish. This one is. That's clearish. That one's got a big middle, but it's still clearish on the edge. So we're assuming that these are clear, and then this one's purple. So hopefully that helps a little bit. That's a little confusing, I know. But... All right. It looks like team one's got a consensus, 5 out of 7. All right, so let's check it. 1, 2, 3, 4 are clear, and then one that's purple, so that's 5 out of the total 7, right? And so chances are 5 out of 7. Good job. 5 divided by 7 is about 71%. So about 71% chance of drawing a clear marble or a purple marble. All right, excellent job. So 500 points for team 1. All right, team 2, now it's your chance. So make sure to be keeping score. I think it's 600 to 500, pretty close so far. All right, so team 2, choose which donut you think looks awesome. And quickly tell me in the chat. Green donut. Square. Okay, one of you guys is gonna have to cave in, or someone else will have to vote. Break the tie. 5, 4. Otherwise, I'm just gonna randomize. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, green it is for this one, and then we'll go from there. All right, 1,000 points. If you can spin this spinner 40 times, about how many of those times should you land on the A section? So if you spin the spinner, right, it's got a little arrow, and you flick it. You spin the spinner 40 times, how many of those times should you land on A? So you take about 10 more seconds. All right. So it looks like this team 2, right? And again, somebody make sure, I mean, all of us should make sure we're writing these down and keeping score. But make sure you do, that way we can have a final winner here. All right, so you said 5. Let's see, we've got a square of this spinner, right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. So probably of getting A would be 1 out of 8 pieces, right? So I would say 1 divided by 8. I do that with my calculator and I get 0.125, 12.5%. And then we do that 40 times though. So I multiply by 40. So it should be about 5 of those 40 times that I land on A. So good job. 5 times is the correct answer. So 1,000 points to their team. Woo! Good job, team 2. All right, so, and we're gonna hold off, sorry, broke the system here. We're gonna hold off on the bonus points to keep it easier. All right, that means it's team 1's turn. Which donut do you guys think you wanna do? See, Jonathan wants to go chocolate. You talking about the circle plain chocolate? Okay, let's do it. All right, this one is for 100 points. When you're rolling a die, what are the chances you will roll a 4? I'm looking for a pen here. I'll write this down. So take about 10 seconds. What are the chances of rolling a 4? If you were to roll 1 die. Okay, so I got 1/6 chance. That is correct, guys. Nicely done. You got 6 different options, and only one of them would make it true. So the chances of rolling a 4 is 1 out of 6. Good job. So 100 points for team 1. Excellent job. All right, team 2. Choose a donut. I got Preston saying triangle. Who else? What do you guys think? Stay with me. You guys are doing great. All right. Then let's go ahead and try triangle. All right. This one is for 1,000 points. You choose a card and replace it back into this set 8 times. So you pick a card, put it back. Pick a card, put it back. What is a good prediction for how many times you will draw the 4 of hearts? Okay. So you do 8 draws. And what is a prediction for how many times you will draw the 4 of hearts? right, I've got a couple answers here. All right. So if we draw 8 times, let's see, the probability of getting a 4 of hearts out of these 4 cards is going to be a 1 out of 4 chance, right? 25%. So if we do that 8 times, we have to say 25% times 8. That gives us about 2 of those 8 times that we draw. We should get a 4 of hearts. Okay? So, correct answer is 2 times. 1,000 points for team 2. Okay. All right. Team 1 is your chance. Still anyone's game. Okay, got one for the cow. Moo moo cow. Okay, let us do it. All right, this one for 500 points. When you roll a die, do you have a better chance of rolling a 1 or a 6? These are just these are just all the sides of a die here, by the way. But when you roll a die, a basic die, do you have a better chance of rolling a 1 or a 6? What do you guys think? Think carefully. Right. So if you're rolling a die, do you have a better chance of rolling a 1 or a 6? So your possible answers could be a 1, could be a 6, could be they're both the same likely. It could be you can't roll either of those with the basic die. What do you think? Okay, about 7 more seconds. Callan's got an answer for it. Suggestion for him. Who else on your team? You need someone else to answer to. Someone else from team 1 chime in. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, they both have a 1 in 6 chance, right? You guys saw through it. Good job. Yep. It doesn't matter if it's a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 5, 6. They all, if it's just like what's the probability of getting a 4 or a 2 or a 1 or a 6? It's all 1/6. Nicely done. Because that was a tricky question, I'm going to make that one an extra 100 points. So it's actually just a little bonus there, 600 on that. Yeah, that's a little closer. Nicely done. Team 2, choose a donut. All right, and I'm just going to go with first choices on these, so you got to respond quick because we're going to move fast. Are you talking about the long one or the top right one, Preston? Okay. All right, maple donut. For 100 points, what is the probability of landing on an even number when you spin this spinner? This is for team 2. Nice. Okay. So I got one person saying 50%. Diego saying 3 out of 6. All right, let's go ahead and see. And yes, he's saying the same thing. Good. We've got 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, and 6 that are evens, right? Out of the total possible 6. So 3 out of 6, again, 50%. All you guys had different ways of saying it. It's all the correct answer. Good job. So you have a 1 out of 2 chance of landing on an even number. Good job. 100 points for team 2. All right, team 1. Choose wisely so you can keep your comeback here. Coming strong. Donuts that say donut. All right. Ooh, 1,000 points. All right. If you spin the spinner 100 times, about how many times should you land on C or G? C or G. So C or G work, and you're going to spin the spinner 100 times. So about how many times should you expect to land on a C or G? Okay, I got one answer from their team, and need one other answer. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see. So we've got, again, 8 total possible on this one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a C or a G will work. So that's 2 out of 8. So I would say 2 divided by 8, which we know is going to be 1/4 or 25%. So then I take that and I multiply by 100. Okay, and I get 25. Nicely done. So 1,000 points for team 1. Bringing them right up there with the other team. Nicely done. All right, team 2. Make your choice. First choice gets it. So which one did you want? Yellow donut. All right. Big brain. Nice. Got a bunch of big brain on here. All right. 500 points. Team 2. If you are randomly selecting these marbles, what are the chances of choosing one of them without stripes? Uh-oh. Rip. Okay. I am going to go ahead and count that one off for that one. I'm going to give 100 points to both teams because you guys are responding pretty quick. Sorry about that, team 2. My apologies. What would be your second choice donut? So team 2, what would be your second choice donut? So I had, sorry, White Star. Okay. All right, this one is for 500 points. When you roll a die, what are the chances you will roll a number that has a dot in the center? Okay, so it's showing you all the sides, right? What they look like. So this one's more of a visual, like artistic thing. So out of these 6 sides of a die, right? There's only some of them that have a dot in the center of that side. Okay, so what's the chance you will roll a number that has a dot in the center? Think carefully and then make your choice. All right, you guys are quick. I got a couple of responses already. All right, so 3 that would have a dot in the center, right? 1 would also, and so would 5. So that's 3 choices would work out of the total 6. That's 1/2, like Eunice said, or 50%, like Preston said. So that is 500 points for team 2. Nicely done. And team 1, your chance back at it. Choose a donut. Red donut. What is the probability of landing on a heads when you flip a penny? Easy. 1/2, right? Nice. All right, 1/2, 50%. That is correct. You guys get the points. Nicely done. Team 2. Choose your donut. Chocolate. All right. If you are randomly selecting these marbles, how many total outcomes are there? Okay. That's kind of a confusing way to say that. Okay. Let's say this. If you're randomly selecting these marbles, how many different types of marbles are there? How many different types of marbles are there? Okay, there are 7 marbles total. But how many types of marbles? Looks like we've got some solid colored ones. And we got some, okay, good. We got some clear ones, right? This question's worded a little bit weirdly, so let's see. Okay, so there's 7 total possibilities, and there's only 2 types. There's the clear ones and there's the solid ones. Okay, so you guys got that right. I was looking for 2 solid, the solid types and the clear types. So 100 points for team 2. All right, and one more regular one, and the last ones will be doubled. Pink with sprinkles. All right, 2,000 points. If you roll a 6-sided die 1,000 times, how many times can you expect to land on a 5? So team 1, so big points on the line. If you roll a 6-sided die 1,000 times, how many times can you expect to land on a 5? Thank you guys for your patience. I know getting a little bit close-ish if you do have a science class, but we will be done with at least 10 minutes for you guys to go, okay? All righty, team 1, if you want the points, go ahead and submit your response. Okay, Callan's got his there. Good. Are you going with the second one? Okay, so I've got Jonathan saying 166. Callan, I think, is saying 166. That's what I'm going to go with unless you guys change your answer. All right. Then let's go ahead and see. So if we have the probability of landing a 5, right, is going to be 1 out of 6. So 1/6, or about 16.6%. Then we multiply that by how many times we do it, right, which is 1,000 times. We do that and we get about 166.6 times. So somewhere around 166, 167 times is what we should, is how many times we should get a 5. Nicely done. Oops. All right, so these last two are going to be worth double. And with that 2,000 points, team 1, I think, is just barely taking the lead. All right. Preston says white. So this one's double. It's going to be 1,000 points. All right. When randomly selecting a card from these cards, do you have a better chance of choosing a red or number less than 6? So do you have a better probability of choosing a red card in a draw or a number less than 6 in a draw? What do you think? All right. Number less than 6, less than 6. Okay, let's see. So we've got, is this less than 6? Yes, 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 and yes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5 out of 6 chance. That's pretty good, right? Or the other one is 3 out of 6. So they are right. It's going to be less than 6 is going to be a better chance. Nicely done. That's 1,000 points. And so team 1, you get the final question, which is going to be worth 2,000 points. This is double. When randomly selecting a card from these cards, do you have a better chance of choosing a black card or an odd number? So I've got one answer so far, and let me hear the other one. So I hear black card, I hear 50-50. What do you think? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so let's check it out, guys. 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 3 out of 6, that's 50% chance. You'll be all right, Preston. Just give us 1 sec. So you've got 3 out of 6, that's going to be 50% chance. Whereas the other one, what did we say? Of choosing an odd number. So 1, that would be 2 out of 6, right? So you have a better chance of picking a black card. Well done. All right. So that means that team 1, with those extra points at the end, took the lead and won the game. Very well done, both of you guys. Everyone involved, both teams, you guys did fantastic. Okay, really, really great job. So what I'm going to leave you with, you guys, today is, yes, well done. Where is my emoticon? Make sure you check on the Google Classroom stream. Okay, I am going to send this with you guys. I don't know where my thing went again. Sorry. Here we go. Okay. So on that slideshow that I sent you guys, I need one thing for you guys before you go. Just comment your name here in the chat like this. So if I were doing that, I would say Mr. Elander. That way I can easily check for your attendance today. But just checking the stream, I'll tell you, I'm going to have one IXL set that I'm going to have for grade. The rest are going to be optional to prepare for a CFA on Thursday, okay, over probability.